Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this is our power hour of true crime where we talk about fucked up people doing fucked up shit, usually for fucked up reasons or sometimes for no reasons at all.
That's right. You've got that down pat.
I would hope after 160 episodes.
Dude, my memory though. I'm over here like Nemo or Dory on Nemo.
Dude,
I forget.
Shit's crazy. I love that we get this all situated and then I still decide to move my mic in the moment that we press live. And we're like, we're on it. My bad. Okay. Things that we need to talk about. Number one, we just did our hiking trip, which was the tits.
That we did.
Yes.
I went outside. You know what? I had a great time.
I was so glad to hear that.
Very nervous. The first hour, I almost broke my nose and my leg. And I Tanya Harding'd my own self.
Yeah.
Katie Case, love you, but she laughed hysterically.
I love more than anything that Katie laughed.
Because you were the one that I thought
was further away.
You were like, "Are you okay?"
Because it hurts.
Like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
It's the first day I could cross my legs.
So we went to Cummins Falls, so it's waterfalls. And so like anytime you're in that environment, it's a fucking slip and fall situation. It's concerning.
My first time outside.
So I literally told Heather before we go on this trip, I go, leave your wedding ring at home. Just put on your silicone one.
Right.
No bullshit. We fucking get there. The first thing we do, like we get there, we're not even at the Airbnb. We're stopping by one of Twin Falls and we're doing a little bit of a hike. So we're walking across some water. I swear to you, my hand goes like this, slides like that. I slip and it slides, but it slides this way and my ring pops right off into the water.
I saw it.
Like the second I got there.
Yeah.
And I was like, and this is why you fucking bring silicone rings.
Yeah, he nailed it.
We all got busted up on that one.
Busted the fuck up.
It was the best trip.
It was very fun. Like
Yes.
I'm even looking forward to like genuinely going camping and stuff now.
Yeah.
Like Will and I are talking about it, and like even though I learned a lot,
I told Travis, I was like, man, fucking around with Heather, like to really turn Heather into who I want her to be, it takes time, focus, dedication. You can't give up when things seem like they're not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to get Heather in the woods. Like, if you can just get other people to slowly manipulate her into it, and then it's their idea, and then before you know it, this bitch is in the woods having ticks crawl on her.
yeah,
And
it's like this big right here. Yeah, tick bites, sunburn.
It's been great.
Busted. No,
I loved it.
It was great, but my core memory from that one of them is when producer Jess went, and Brooklyn were over there. We should have listened to TLC and not chased the waterfalls. So I don't like swimming in water where I can't see the floor.
Right.
I conquered that fear, but I go and I was like, you guys go ahead. I'm going to go at my own pace. And they're like, cool. So they swim across this thing, and then this water thing. What is that? Water thing. And then I sit down on a rock to get in. And
it was a gorge.
A gorge. Yes, it was gorge. But I sat down on a rock and I stuck my hands into, what is that?
Probably moss.
Yeah.
Just moss.
But I'm an indoor cat. But now I go out and I come back for dinner now. That's why. So I stuck my hand in. I look over and I didn't know you guys were watching me, and I go, ew, fuck. Like, and I look over and you guys are like,
it's like Heather did not. There were moments where you're like, she is never gonna do this again. But we got lucky.
You did attempt.
I swear to you, I was telling my husband about it. I was like, Jess and I were basically running through the forest like we were fairies the whole time, and Heather and Katie were doing a performance. Like they were singing every fucking song ever that like Jess and I were like, are we even really here? Because you could just hear this like beautiful singing off in the distance, and we're like running through the woods down by the river.
Right.
What is happening? Girls trips, man. If you're on the brink, not even if you're on the brink, just fucking book the girls trips, people, or the guys trips. Everyone be booking those trips.
Right.
Friendships are more important than fucking anything else. We're supposed to have community. We're supposed to get to know people, and we're supposed to get to know them on like real fucking levels.
Right.
And you get to know people on a real level by putting yourself in a situation where the whole objective was to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And we succeeded.
It was fun. I got touched by ghosts.
And Heather got touched by ghosts.
Okay.
Other things. As I'm going to jump because I do one other thing. So wonderful trip.
Yes.
I'm going to go on my story, but as I tell you my story, I had to type this story with the removal of my fucking fingertip. because I accidentally cut off my fingertip with a mandolin slicer. And it's only been 48 hours. It has finally stopped the bleeding process of it, but I had to type this. And I just wanted everyone to know that I love you. That I typed a story that I could have gotten away with not typing. Like, my job does not require a ton of, like, for real talk, like, I do a lot of creative shit. That's blurbs. That's not fucking novels.
That, whenever you cut it, all you could see was the blood on the top. So I was like, oh, that's
Not
probably
too bad.
okay. Like, I knew it fucking hurt because duh. But then I saw the blood, and all I saw was a bloody finger. And I was like, oh, that blows. But then when you sent me that video today, I was humbled beyond belief because I was like, oh my God, I told you I was going to call you.
Like, my fingertip is actually gone.
I'm going to call you 9.5 and not 10 because she's missing a half. I'm going to wave at her like this.
Luckily, it's not here's my finger. Like, I lost a corner of my fingertip. So I didn't lose like
9.8.
Yeah.
I'll call you 9.8.
I only lost some of it.
Yeah.
And then I found it. Like I literally told Travis.
You found it.
That's why I took the photo of my fingertip. Like, that was my fingertip that I got off the backside of the blade. And I literally flipped it over and I go, I guarantee that my skin is on it. And it was my skin and my fingernail. And it was like disgusting. This has been nasty as fuck. And I'm just happy that one day it's going to grow back. But if anyone ever wonders, I love you. I love you, fans. As I type shit.
Oh, yeah.
With my true meat. My meat is out. My meat is out.
Your meat's always out. But that meat is out.
Meat is out. Okay, so I have Wikipedia here, which this is one of those stories that was like really professionally done in the Wikipedia realm. That doesn't like, sometimes that felt like the case way back in the day when we started this podcast 4 years ago. Like, that felt like the case all the time. Now it's, or I guess 3 years ago. But anyway, now it's a lot harder to get to a story that we haven't fucking done that is well covered. 2 Girls, One Ghost podcast.
That made I just looked like a coochie twinge. I was like, what are you doing?
I felt it. These girls are super cute. I found them on YouTube. But totally look into them. They're cute. I really like them. I don't know if that's offensive to say a woman to a woman, but they're just like genuinely like sweet girls.
Like cute
sweet women. Yeah.
Cute, yeah.
Yeah. And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And
that's
they
always
just,
a plus.
yeah, not in a shitty condescending way. Yeah. They're great. Petotsky News Review, and then Unsolved: The Robison Family Murders. So let's do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to really tell you shit about fuck. I'm just going to do it. So we're in Good Heart, Michigan. It's 1968. What do you know I like to do? I like to set a fucking scene.
You are a scene maker
and
creator.
I always have to write a little novel to put you. So just buckle in. Let's go on in our little time machines.
Okay.
Days were spent barefoot or in canvas sneakers, with kids skipping stones, parents are grilling out or reading on screen porches. Radios played softly in the background. At this time, it was the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, or sadly news snippets of Robert F. Kennedy's assassination just days earlier.
Oh.
So there's kind of like this like strange tension as well because our president was just murdered.
Right.
Campfires crackled in the evenings. Neighbors weren't close. Homes were spaced out, but in Good Heart, everyone kind of knew everyone. The roads weren't lit, and when night fell, it fell fucking heavy because you're in the fucking country. The kind of dark that really made flashlights essential, and every snapping twig, you're kind of like, ooh, what the fuck was that?
What that is.
So Good Heart was and still is small, remote, and thick with dense forest. In 1968, though, there were only a few businesses, a post office, a general store, maybe like a bait shop. I also wanted to see if you wanted to come here with me.
Yeah. What part on the Mitten is it?
Girls trip. Let's go. I have no idea. There's no cell phones, obviously, no internet, barely any traffic, just dirt roads that wind between cabins, trees, and endless blue lake. So Good Heart, Michigan, next girls trip. The Robison family, like many others, they came north from the Detroit suburbs for peace and escape. Summer was beginning, and the shores of Lake Michigan were waking up for a long, snowy winter. Apparently, it's just a fucking beautiful place, especially at night, because there's no light pollution all that jazz. So like the fucking sky is unreal there. I also picked this place because I'm about to go to Michigan.
Right.
So Richard Carl Robison was born in Wayne County, Michigan in November of 1925. So long ago. He met his future wife. Oh, wow. 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't want to cut you off when I'm at that.
Wow.
It's a long time.
Right. He met his future wife, Shirley Fulton, in the mid 1940s while they were both college students. The couple married in 1947, and Shirley was 40 at the time, and Richard was 42 at the time of everything that I'm going to tell you. They ended up cranking out 4 children. So we have Richard Jr.
Cranking
them out. He was born in 48, so he's 19. Gary, he was born in 51, and he's 16. Randy, born in 55, so he's 12, and Susan was 1960. She is 7. So kids, Richard Jr., 19, Gary, 16, Randy, 12, Susan, 7.
She did crank them out.
She cranked him. She cranked him right out. I got a little nose itch.
Is that?
Got a little nose itch.
Your snoot? Itchy snoot?
Itchy snoot. It's all that cocaine. I'm kidding. In the 1950s, Richard founded a small advertising firm called R.C. Robison. I want to say Robinson so fucking bad.
I thought Robison that you typed it wrong when I saw it on the
and
schedule.
Associates, which developed marketing campaigns for businesses throughout the Detroit area. He also was a commercial artist, an executive, and a publisher of Impresario magazine, which was a Southfield-based publication focused on the arts, theater, and music. His office was a 1-story building in Southfield, and it was a hub for both of those ventures. So homeboy's fucking impressio.
I mean,
I did it. He's impressio. By the late 1960s, the family was quite successful. They owned a private Learjet. Yeah, they're like
cash.
Fucking loaded.
Yep.
Lived comfortably in the upscale suburbs of Lathrop Village and projected the image of well-grounded, all-American family. So Richard Jr. was a student at Eastern Michigan University. Gary attended Southfield Lathrop High School. Randy was in the middle school, and Susan, the youngest, who was described as pony mad, rich girl syndrome, was just starting the first grade.
I was going to ask you what that meant.
She's obsessed with ponies.
Oh, pony crazy.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a way to say she was a brat or something?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
The family regularly attended church, and they were known for their clean-cut lifestyle. Neither Richard nor Shirley smoked, drank, or gambled. Okay. I'm going to do a quick pause.
Okay.
Because here is what just fucking confuses me in every way.
All right.
Is where we find our stuff. Researching this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm going to pause this because I'm like, that was my whole fucking journey. Then I listened to, I listened to something that I didn't tell you what it was. There's a link I'm going to have to put in here for something I watched on a YouTube video again. And they said that Richard was known for cheating on his wife, that he had really questionable business tactics, and all in all, like, the dad was kind of a piece of fucking shit.
Oh.
That was the one that I saw like that. Other ones, I didn't. And so then it confused me. So then I went back again, and I'm like, where are we getting this from? And then I started trying to watch like old newspaper or news articles of it to see if they were talking about Richard after this situation would, after digging into his findings, they found out that and that wasn't the case either. So I'm going to tell you this because I saw it on there, but I didn't dive down that path. Everything I saw kind of led me that he was like a good family guy.
Right.
So there is a chance that he was fucking secretaries, was a piece of shit, and did really fucking dicey business dealings.
So literally the opposite of everything you just said. There's a small chance.
Yeah, but everything else too, I don't think that's the case.
Majority wins.
Yeah, and I just don't think that was the case. In the summer of 1968, the Robison family set out on their annual vacation to Good Heart, which I think it's cute. They went there every single year. And it once more was like that wooded community that was along the shores of Lake Michigan. They stayed in Somerset, which was a 5-bedroom log and stone cottage nestled at the end of a long driveway within the Blisswood Resort area. The property, which they had purchased in the 1950s for $15,000, sat near a steep 100-foot bluff just above the lake. And they had been vacationing there since 1957.
Whoa.
So like
traditions.
They bought this. They go and they do this every single summer. Their vacation began on Sunday, June 16th, with the Robisons traveling in 2 vehicles. They weren't alone. Several friends and acquaintances made the trip as well, staying in nearby rental cottages. These included friends of the Robison boys, personal friends of Richard and Shirley, and even a few of Richard Sr.'s business associates. So notably, several senior staff members from Impresario magazine knew about their family's plans and exactly where they were staying.
Yeah. It's not like they switched it up.
Yes.
Like same.
They are at their it's like us and our lake house is at Kentucky Lake.
Right.
They're at the lake house.
Right.
You know where their lake house is?
They gonna be there.
They're gonna be there.
Right.
This is really fucking sad though. 1 week into their vacation, because they take a 3-week vacation. It's also the summer. So kids are out of school and you're rich.
And he's the boss, right?
Right.
So
be rich and I guess do whatever the fuck you want.
Be rich and prosper.
Right. Tragedy struck though.
No.
And on June 23rd, Norman James Bliss, who's an 18-year-old close friend of Richard Jr. and the son of the Blisswood Resort caretaker, died in a motorcycle accident. After a night out in nearby Cross Village. The crash occurred after 1:30 in the morning, and it later revealed that he died from a cerebral hemorrhage. And they suggest that he was probably drunk at the time. So the caretaker here is the Blisses, right? Is the guy Bliss. I can't remember his first name, and we're just going to deal with it. But he's the one who built those cabins, and then he's the caretaker of the cabins.
Okay.
So that's the Bliss family. So obviously they bought the cabin, like they're there every season. They care. The son's friends with, and he gets in an accident and dies at 18.
That's so young and so sad.
So sad.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't learn about Norman's death until later that evening. Once they did, though, Richard Sr. personally visited Norman's parents to offer his condolences, and then he offered to pay for the grave marker, the flowers, and the funeral wreath.
Wow.
So he came over there and was like ready to give them money.
Yeah.
He explained that the family wouldn't be able to attend the service because they were taking another leg to their vacation. And they were scheduled to fly out of Pellston Regional Airport to Kentucky and then to Florida because they were considering buying real estate. Just want to highlight in Kentucky. So apparently we are a desirable location. Now, the days following the tragic death of Norman Bliss. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I need to say that. He told the Bliss family that they wouldn't return to the cottage for a couple of weeks and estimated their return around July 15th. Now, in the days following the death of Norman Bliss, things were pretty much quiet at the cottage. The family kept mostly to themselves, and to outsiders, nothing appeared out of the ordinary. But by the end of June 1968, something had gone wrong because eventually people start to realize something. So all the contact with the Robinson family stopped basically after June 25th. Phone calls went unanswered. The correspondence with Richard's business associates completely stopped. And even employees at Impresario magazine started to get nervous.
Yeah.
The family reported, supposedly though, the family was away on that real estate trip. And so their red flags weren't going off, but kinda.
Yeah.
It's still weird to not talk to anyone that entire time.
Yeah.
But they also were maybe they're just having a great time and they're enjoying their trip.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be different now.
Oh, now it's impossible.
Yeah, now you couldn't
impossible.
do that. So back then it's well, maybe they just haven't called together.
Yeah. Phone calls still weren't all that, you're still talking about 1968. They were born in 1925 before the invention of phones.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even that important. You just weren't checking up all the time, perhaps.
Right.
As we know, the Somerset cabin was completely isolated near that spot at the top of the bluff, and the windows were shut tight. The blinds were drawn, and days essentially turned into weeks. And then the smell came.
Oh no.
On July 22nd, nearly a month after the Robison family seemed to have completely stopped communicating with people, a foul odor started coming from the cottage. So I read in some cases that it was cabins that were at least 150 feet away. I heard that these women were outside of their cabin and they were playing bridge, and the smell got so bad that they contacted Mr. Bliss, and they were like, dude, it smells like we are smelling something.
Yeah.
Whenever Mr. Bliss basically goes to the cabin, his assumption originally is like, oh, a raccoon must have gotten up in something. But what he sees while he's walking up to it is bullet holes in through the window. And so, fucking hell. He ends up going in, and all 6 members of the Robison family, Richard, Shirley, and their 4 children, have been shot to death inside their summer home. The killer had used both a .22 caliber rifle and a .22 caliber pistol, executing each family member with chilling precision. Blood evidence suggested that some were killed as they slept. Others may have been awake and aware of what had happened. The crime scene had been staged to look like a robbery. A window was broken. Items were scattered and drawers were left open. But of course,
nothing was taken. Did they break the glass going the wrong way? You know,
they shot through the glass. That's how the broken glass. Like maybe they broke it at some point elsewhere, but I'm like, they had also just broken through the glass.
6 people.
Yes.
Fuck.
And so the Robison family, like the murder of this family, obviously shocked northern Michigan.
Yeah.
And it went all the way through to Detroit, and a full-scale investigation was launched immediately. And the Michigan State Police, aided by local authorities, went through the grisly scene in the cottage. And it did not take long for them to realize we're pointing in a specific direction here. So although the scene had been staged to look like a break-in, nothing was taken.
They didn't take nothing.
Richard's wallet, jewelry, expensive equipment, all that shit was untouched. The killer had taken time to make it look like a robbery, but only look like one. Fucking idiots. I need a little sip. I'm a little thirsty. Sorry, guys.
You're just straw flexing right now.
I am.
I have straw envy.
Dude, I needed caffeine today. I
Me
am
too.
sleepy as fuck. I needed it.
I need it. Okay, I'm ready. I'm dialed in. Okay.
So.
Fake robbery. Got it. I'm up to speed.
Yes. And now, of course, we have to dig into what's going on with his business situation. Now, also, too, I read this in a few different ways. I don't know if I tell you the order of it. I'll never get over how you can find just completely different storylines.
Right.
And like not be able to understand where this other storyline came. Like, where did this thread? Who found this? And where did it go? And how are we getting there?
All right.
Because I don't fucking see it anywhere.
It's crazy.
It's the invisible thread.
It's weird. It's just like if you want to know any answer to anything. Like
right.
We both could look up the same thing and get totally different answers.
Yes.
So, and then if I like my answer better than yours, I could go down this rabbit hole and you're just over here in another one.
Yes. I completely agree. Well, they had shot, so apparently through the window, they had shot the dad first. So he was always the one that they were after. And then he essentially went in and shot the rest of the family where they stood. But they also had moved their bodies throughout, and I'll show the little bloop of where the bodies are because they were essentially moved throughout the area, but they were put right underneath the heater. And then they turned on the heat.
Intentional.
In July.
Asshole.
Oh. So the level of decomp was bodies in a house with the heat on in July.
So that was intentional. Because if not, they would have cranked the fucking air down and like, you know what I mean?
The purpose of it was to make the bodies hurry up. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that. Ugh.
Yeah, but usually there's a whole other concept of putting the AC on so that the bodies go even longer without people smelling them so that they don't. I can't believe it took a fucking month.
Yeah, that's what I just...
I think that's the part. Yeah. Well, I say it, it's Michigan. Lies, guys. Fucking lies.
It still gets hot up there, just not like here hot.
Back in the woods in this, like I guarantee it probably did not drop. I like that they even need their AC on. I don't even know if they had an AC on. No one cares what temperature you run on. I'm talking about the dead body of my story. But I'm over here and I'm like, well... We're literally looking, and when we were looking at the average temps in Michigan, we didn't need our AC or our heat in August. So maybe they didn't have AC in the It's
Maybe not.
1968.
Oh, yeah.
Unlikely they would have had AC. They would have had to have warmed the cabins in the wintertime. So maybe it was the only option. But it was also obviously to degrade the body as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yes, his business affairs, his personal life, and one person popped up. This is fucking Joseph Raymond Scalero III. I think he's 30 or 32. For whatever reason, I didn't think I should put how old he was. I don't know why. The fuck, Brooklyn? Be better. But he was like 30 to 32. I want you to know just his age. Okay. Also, they all look so much older. Dude, the couple was 42 and 40. And to us, they are 60 and 78.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Like this 30-year-old dude literally looks like he's 54.
Like all those sitcoms from the 90s where they have high school boys and they look like they're 35.
And the crazy thing is it's not even like it's not like they're showing us their pores and shit. It's legit like hairstyle, fully gray without like they didn't dye. I don't know. Man. Anyway, so this dude wasn't just a casual acquaintance. He was his trusted employee. He handled his financial accounts, his operations at Improvements Unlimited and Impresario magazine. Now, the investigators dug deeper, obviously, and they uncovered that Scalero, however the fuck you feel like saying his name, that he was embezzling money from the Robison's business. Over $60,000 in discrepancies were discovered, which is an enormous amount in 1968. Guess.
Okay.
How much was $60,000?
Now?
Yes.
143,000.
540,000.
Whoa.
540,000. In the days before the family vanished, Scalero had also forged checks in Richard's name, including one cashed on June 20th, the last confirmed date that Richard had contact with anyone outside the cottage. So homeboy was embezzling, and that check would become a critical timestamp. And then, of course, came the weapons. Now, what we'll see too, or what you know in this storyline is like the days leading up to it. Richard is calling Joseph over and over and over and over again.
Oh.
He is apparently there's a $200,000 check that's supposed to go in. A $200,000 check is a fucking $1 million check that was supposed to go in.
Yeah.
And he had pulled money out. Like he was being informed that like checks were not going into his business that were supposed to be going into his business, and that checks were coming out that were not.
So he wasn't just taking a little off top.
He had robbed it blind to where at one point he felt like Richard's account had $15,000 in it. And he's a millionaire.
That's what I'm going to say.
And he's a millionaire of his time.
Like,
so
he's just not like 2,000 here, 1,000 here. He won't notice.
No, he went on vacation and he started pulling all of it. Jesus. No, I don't know what the fuck.
Right.
If he was in bed, like, it sounded like he got caught embezzling and he had been, but I can't tell you how long. Yeah. I think then he just got really fucking like, I'm just going to empty out his accounts and run.
Like, fuck,
that was the plan, was empty out the accounts and run. So let's talk about weapons. Ballistics experts matched shell casings from the crime scene to two types of firearms, a .22 caliber rifle and a .22 or .25 caliber pistol. Now, he had owned both types, but told police he'd conveniently gotten rid of them just before the murders.
Oh.
One he claimed he sold, and then the other one he was like,
stolen?
It's just missing.
Or just lost.
So then in another one, I hear that he said that his boss had it. That he gave his boss one of the guns and that he lost the other gun.
Oh. Cash.
Right. Now, I also see too, they're like, despite his claims, the shell casings at the scene matched ammunition batches that tied directly to him, even down to the lot numbers from where the bullets were purchased. And then I heard on another one, because I'm missing it out of this notes, I apparently wanted to test my memory this round.
You did a great job.
Man. The level of annoyance I have on like where I'm like, I remember this, but I didn't get to pull it back in. I'm like, motherfuck. There was this concept that like everyone knows that Joseph did it. So he still had one of the guns. But apparently someone contacted the police department like years later because Joseph would go and shoot his guns on his father-in-law's land.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, come to the land. His shell casings
Get
are
them
there.
bullets.
Yeah. So there's also supposedly that level of that's how they were able to finally get the shell casings of the gun to match them to his shell casing. But even then, it's 1968. And that's all I really need to say.
Yeah.
That's when we were just like, maybe they did it. Or we just said that they did it based off skin color. I'm pretty sure
Sad,
that's still
true.
the time frame of they did it based off of their skin color,
Right.
which is bullshit. Okay. So then the polygraph. Golly. Scalero, he refused to take a lie detector test, saying that he was too nervous and he didn't trust the results. And then he did, however, submit a voice stress test, which he failed badly. A voice stress
What
test.
is that? It's like, oh, you sound nervous.
Obviously, we don't talk about it because they don't use it.
Yeah, that's what, it's like, oh, you trembled.
Which you would do any,
Right.
yes, in any case.
You'd be fucking nervous.
Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic imploring your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
Where we are right now.
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at WBOYmedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding.
Does your face look like a mugshot lately?
Then it is officially time for you to visit Hetef Aesthetics in Owensboro, Kentucky or Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. Go see our girl Amber Teasley and her team because they'll have your face and your skin look like a damn filter.
And their staff is absolutely amazing. It's like a mini Botox party, which personally is my favorite. You leave looking fresher and you don't have a hangover.
Another good thing is that if you go in there and you tell them that a couple of Sassholes sent you, you get 15% off of everything.
That's unbelievable. So if you have been considering getting that glow up and making that ex jealous, it's time. Now, even though they had circumstantial evidence, there was one major problem. They didn't have the murder weapon, they didn't have fingerprints, and they didn't have any witnesses. And back in 1968, you still had to kill people in front of other people for...
Right. You can't be circumstantial.
No, we need to have visual evidence.
Right.
Without that, the prosecutors couldn't guarantee a conviction. So no charges were ever filed.
Ever?
No charges were ever filed.
No. That's horseshit.
I'm not even
they
done.
didn't want to lose. They
Get
didn't want
ready.
to lose.
Get ready for your buttholes. Get ready. Watch your buttholes.
Get ready for... I can't
Watch
see it.
them.
I'm not flexible.
So Joseph, in case something happened to Richard, he was the one who got the business too. This dude straight up just went to work and became the owner of the business after he is the number one suspect for murdering that guy and his entire family.
What? How?
Could you imagine?
No.
Let's all unpack it. I went to say unpack it on something and it changed it to unpack it. So my apologies.
Unpack.
Let's unpack it though, for real.
Okay. So you work here. Say you work at a place.
Jess is my boss. Every day I go to Jess. Cool. We work together. Everything's great.
Yeah.
One day I go in there. Heather is in the seat. And I'm like, wait, I thought you murdered Jess and her entire family. And you're like, circumstantial.
I'm like,
And I'm your new boss now.
no.
And you're just like going into the office like, please don't kill my family.
But go get me coffee now.
Right.
Or else.
Like, right? Everyone knew he did it.
And they just went to work. He didn't just
For
be like-
years.
he could have just sold the shit. Be like, you know what? I'm just gonna sell it. It's mine now. I'm gonna sell it. See you later. Could you imagine the
number one thing I would have done is sell it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
quick, let's all stop acting like we can just do our boss's jobs.
Yeah. But like
This dude is over here like, dude, I'm his trusted assistant. That's like me over here being like, yeah, I can run a chain of restaurants
Right.
because my boss runs a chain of
'cause
restaurants.
they do it.
Like he does it. I can do it. I don't know shit about fuck.
You know what? I have a couple questions. One, could you imagine being a new hire if you walked in there and you didn't know what happened before that, and then somebody pulls you in the break room there, the water cooler,
Dude.
I would work there just to hang out the water cooler.
Right?
Like, because they'd be like, hey, did you know, oh, our boss seems nice. And everybody's like,
Any of our older listeners are being like, that's so cute. You think you could have worked there, female?
all right. I mean, I could get people coffee.
We would still
And look at the
still
ground,
that time, right? No, I think
when
we were
spoken to.
we were secretaries then. But isn't that fucking insane?
Yeah. And if you say this is the end of your story, I'm going to be
Yeah, it's
mad.
done. Let's go.
I will burn the studio down.
No, I can't. Okay. Anyway, so we do have to let's keep going, right?
Okay. There's more.
So in the eyes of the investigators, they are certain it's Joseph. They're like,
me too.
dude, it's you. You're the only plausible suspect. We're coming after you. Now, people will also think that this is a mob hit. So here's the next part of the let's fall down the rabbit hole of what the fuckness. So Richard is with Joseph doing scandalous shit, shitty business deals. We're being shady. I'm fucking all my secretaries. I got a wet dick for all my employees. I'm a naughty bear. All that happens with Richard. Then he does shady business dealings, and him and his entire family get murdered because of that.
So that's one of the theories.
That's a theory with no hard-hitting evidence.
That's just like, I bet.
ChatGPT said that there's no no. I really looked in on that one because I was like, that does make sense. And it was at the time whenever like it was like the mob was doing mob shit.
Mob was mobbing.
Like the mob was mobbing.
Okay.
And so I don't know. I'm gonna say it's Joseph.
I mean, I would totally start those rumors. I'd be like, did you know
Well, don't
what
worry.
he did?
Right. It was a mob.
Yeah, the people that are guilty, they always deflect.
And that's the other thing. Let's also unpack a little bit more here. So Joseph has a military background as well.
Okay.
So
Precision shooting.
Which if you're in the military in any capacity, you better be a fucking precision shooter.
I can't even get the toothpaste on my toothbrush correctly, so I can't imagine being a precision shooter. I thought of that today. I was like, how can I not do a straight line? I brush my teeth 3 times a day.
You do all the time. All the time.
Everybody's got to have hobbies.
Yes. Anyway, so like homeboy could do that. Like, and it was possible. Not to mention, you shoot the main character from the outside. All you had to do is then go in, and now you're just shooting people out of like fear. Like they're caught off guard.
Yeah,
the ability to like sweep the space is different.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sweep the space. That was a good.
So years are gonna pass, and that's because nothing ever goes. This ain't a movie. This is real life.
I'm mad.
This is real life. It's 1973, and word is spreading that Joseph Scalero is likely to be indicted because they're going to reopen the Robison family murder investigation.
You think? Good.
So, yeah. So on March 8th, 1973, Joseph Scalero sits down in his old boss's chair, Richard's chair, and he eats a bullet.
No.
Yes.
Are you? Go home. Are you kidding me? Did you do that? I'm the one that makes you mad. You're not supposed to make me this mad. He didn't. He just sat there in his boss's.
He shot himself in the head in the Southfield office.
Go sit over there.
His body was discovered around 3:30 p.m. by 2 men who had come to collect a $730 debt. They found him slumped in his high-backed office chair, lifeless. He had ran the company into the ground.
Of course he did.
And so
somebody had to come collect a $730 check in the grand scheme of what he was stealing.
Yes.
So they ain't got no money.
No. At the scene, investigators recovered 2 typewritten suicide notes. I also saw something else that said 5.
Are they what, drafts?
Both addressed to his mother. All right. I'm like, what the fuck? One was taped to the outside of his office door, urging her not to enter and see what lay inside. The second note left within the office was a confession of sorts. In it, he admitted to a long trail of forgery, fraud, and deception. He acknowledged forging his mother's signature on checks, owing money to numerous people, and making poor or non-existent investments. He referred to himself as a liar, cheat, and a phony.
Yeah.
But in a final handwritten line, he made one last empathetic claim. He denied any involvement in the Robison murders. The note read in part, Mother, where do I start? I'm a liar. Cheat. Phony. Any check that any of the people have with your signature isn't any good because I forged your name to get them off my back. I owe everybody you can think of. I love you dearly, but living only causes you more heartache. I just can't help myself. Please understand. Love, Joe. He ended the letter by listing the names of several individuals he had defrauded in various business schemes, a final admission of financial ruin, but not to murder. Now, I took another screenshot of this video that I saw on this topic.
Hit me with it.
P.S. What I saw, okay, also, I don't know if what I saw was real, but the top part was typed and this part was written. Once more, I'm saying this, like, I really don't know if that was like real or if somebody did like a fucking something to it. P.S. I had nothing to do with the Robisons. I'm a cheat, but not a murderer.
P.S. You wrote 3 versions and you got to handwrite a P.S. Just run it through that typewriter one more time, stupid motherfucker. I'm mad. He did it. You know he did it. Everybody knows he did it.
Everybody knows he did it.
Whatever.
Because there's why not? It's one like it. Why not? Why not say you didn't do it?
I mean,
the Oakland County prosecutor famously wrote across his closed file, "Guilty as hell, no justice." Retired Michigan State Police Detective Roy Fliss. I'm gonna say Fliss. Flis. One of the lead investigators on the case said in later interviews that the evidence against Scalaro was overwhelming. Matching ammo with lot numbers that Scalaro had purchased, a fake alibi with gaps investigators could never close. So one thing I will say too is that Scalaro was saying that he was with his wife. Obviously, wives be wifing.
Yeah, did they? I wonder.
And they be lying.
Unless they break up and then they come back and say,
yep.
Guess what?
So apparently on that whole little shebangy bang too, they say that he couldn't get back in time, which is a totally different scenario than like what we would like. Now people actually test the theory, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't really break into the roof of my building and make it downstairs and they would go and do that in court.
Yeah.
I don't know that was happening back then.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have a map quest that they could Google map to say that they could get from where he was in Detroit to where they were in Good Heart.
Yeah, but now they'll be like, he's like, no, I stopped at an Arby's first. And then they go and get that fucking beef and cheddar. And then they go to the crime scene and they're like, yep, he could do it. They do it now. Now they're just like, okay. I have feelings.
You should. And obviously it was a financial motive rooted in lies, fraud, and desperation.
Yeah.
That retired Michigan State Police Detective Roy, he believed that Scalaro had come to the cabin under the guise of business or friendship, either or, and executed the entire family in cold, calculated effort to obviously hide the fact that he had stolen all of his money. But even with that, he admitted that we had everything but the weapons, everything but the final piece. So back then, whenever we weren't far enough.
Yeah.
In it to be able to like prove, I guess.
Now they would have done it even if they just had that. I feel like they would have went to trial unless it was
now they would go to trial.
Unless it was like a cocky prosecutor that didn't
because of the
lose.
lot number and the gun.
Yeah.
But we also would have had something else.
Or
right?
they would get a new prosecuting attorney that would come into office and then they would be like, we're going to open that back up and I'm going to go on a political
Or we'd have
campaign.
a cell tower. There was no DNA. He didn't cut himself. He didn't get hurt. Like,
yeah. Yeah,
and he also killed himself the second that he thought they were coming after him.
And then the second he got found out, he killed that whole family.
And it's also like, it was one of his secretaries who had called him to be like, it's either he had called or he had talked to a secretary that knew that a check wasn't deposited or something. So it's like, even in that, all of this shit happened, like, there's a trail. Like someone knew something, someone talked to somebody.
Somebody got to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like they were going to look in, like, what did you think? He just wasn't going to tell anyone?
Yeah.
But if the family gets murdered, I think they're going to look.
It's so sad.
It's insane. The murders of the Robison family shattered the illusion of small town safety in a way that Michigan and the country was not prepared for. In the summer of 1968, as America was already reeling from assassinations, riots, and war, the brutal slaying of a wholesome church-going family in a quiet lakeside town felt almost unbelievable.
Right.
They were almost able to tie them to, oh, here's another cool one. So, not cool. This isn't cool. Tying people to serial killers isn't cool, but it kind of is in the way that we live our lives. But that's because we're a true crime podcast. But so John Norman Collins, he was the serial killer and the guy essentially known as like the Michigan murders guy, the Michigan killer, is John Norman Collins. They almost thought it was John because he went to school with Richard Jr.
Oh.
So they had a tie because they went to the same school.
Huh.
Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy girl.
And then I told you that it could have been that he owed money to the mafia, but there wasn't concrete evidence on that one either. But essentially, yeah, that is the terrible fucking story of the Robison family murders while they were on vacation in Michigan by what we're all going to say was Joseph Scalaro, who had embezzled and stolen money from his business.
Guilty as hell.
I just can't believe he killed the whole family too.
So, and then himself. No justice.
If you thought for sure, here's my thing. Here's my question too. Real question.
Okay.
If you knew that, like, I totally get it. If you were going to go to jail for murder and you're going to go to a hardcore prison, like, you are never going to see a dick again unless it's a fucking guard attacking you, which is not good in itself.
No.
And you're going to be in prison. Like, the real stuff because you murdered someone or white collar crime.
Oh.
Like,
I know what you're
like,
saying.
They're saying that, like, some people are like, oh, he killed himself because of the embezzling. I'm like, dude, that's a white collar crime. Like,
right.
It's not the same. Like, he's not getting fucked in his ass probably because there's not people trying to fuck you in your ass in white collar crime prison. But if you've done time in white collar crime stuff, let us know. We want to know. Were people trying to, like,
Martha
do
Stewart?
You? Like, what?
Right.
Like, I want to know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure diddling happens, but
but hopefully more by, like, choice. I feel like prison is, like, not by choice. I feel like jail is, like, by choice. But these are ignorant assumptions by a dumbass. But that's all I got. You know, I'm just curious. Like, I wouldn't kill myself for white collar crime jail.
That's why I said I know what you're saying. Because go do that. You get yard time, make some friends, do your
exercise,
time.
Get into grounding, meditation, journaling. There's a lot of good things that can happen from you, and, like, it's like a retreat.
Right. I mean, I make friends everywhere, so I would just go to white collar prison, do my time. Come home. Get me a little posse and then come home. I wouldn't go obliterate a family that, like, no, you're the one that fucked up. You don't have to cause a ripple effect.
So it's like, I don't know.
He's a fucker.
I just don't understand. But I do truly see the mafia hit side though.
I mean,
because of the way it happened.
Right.
So I'm not fully, I do assume that Joseph did it because of the gun part of it.
Yes.
And because he obviously, like, you know, kaputzed it on his own afterwards. But I also can see the mafia.
All of my research that I've done in these 40 minutes, I think that he did it. So Richard was shot in the chest and then he was also shot in the face. The mother was shot directly in the face. And I think the bigger part too was, like, Richard was the first one to, like, go out and go down. Mm-hmm. So it was deeply personal. Yeah.
And it was, I don't know. It was Joseph.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then he just
1968's crazy time.
Right. If you could come back at any time period, when would you come back?
Like 57, like sometime in the 50s.
I meant like a 10-year. You're like 57 on August 8th. Like,
I'm
just like, give me an age.
The fall in the 50s.
You're like, I think I'm feeling 9 a.m.
I want to find.
Like, what? I just meant 10 years, bruh.
Yeah, the 50s. I would
The
totally want to go
50
back to the
You
50s.
would thrive in the 50s. Big boobs, can bake, laughs at
Oh.
guys' jokes. Yeah.
I swear to you, I have said it. I will wear
Yes.
dresses and be full makeup, hair, and everything if I could just stay at home and cook. I
Oh
swear.
my God.
It would be everything to me.
It really would.
It would be everything to me.
Oh.
It would be so much fun. I even told my husband, I'm like, you could even punch me in the face once a week. I wouldn't even care.
I think I want.
Because I'm pretty sure that's how that worked in the 50s too.
Right. Only
If it was cold,
only if the beer was hot or the heels weren't high enough.
no, you still had kitten heels, man. We were respectful. We were
Fucking
tasteful.
kitten heels. Don't
We were tasteful back then.
start
We weren't fucking strippers.
walking around on flip flops and a thumbtack. The stupidest thing.
When would
That's
you go back
my-
in town?
The
Or back in
70s.
70s?
70s.
I see 80s.
So I was going
Madonna.
to say 80s.
Yeah, I feel like you would do it when Madonna was thriving.
Yeah, but maybe the end of the 70s. Things were crazy. There was lots going on. Lots of stances were being taken. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
I
I,
can
think the
totally see that.
80s too. But I love the 90s. But, actually, I would like to
I
be
wanna
an adult in the 90s.
I mean, we're also picking ones that we know of. I'm like, I would also go back to like 1665 or 1842. The fuck I would.
I want to go back and
Minus the smells. The worst part's gonna be like we would throw up. It's
they
like
poop in the
us.
street.
Everything. Like that was back, dude.
Yeah.
We didn't. Yes,
Okay.
safe to say before 1970 were people shitting out.
When was indoor plumbing invented? I have so many questions.
Indoor plumbing was invented, but is whether or not it was rolled out to everybody.
Rich white
Like if
people.
you talk to older people, they're gonna be like, we couldn't afford it until I was 20. Like our grandparents didn't have it until they were probably like 20.
What a time, man.
Things
Take
are
me
crazy.
back to the 80s. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's jump in
Neon
our
and
time
blow. And that all they do.
machines. Ah, what a good time. Okay, things not to forget.
Right.
So like, rate, review, subscribe.
Please.
We're begging you. I mean, not really.
Not really, but we are. Just do it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
just make sure you're always here on Thursday so you can hear our new episodes.
That's right.
Don't forget, hit us up if there's a story that you want to hear about. Share, tag us on any fucking content that you see that you would like us to recreate. Anything that
Right.
you're like, you know what would be fun? A sassy little
A
little
sassy
Brooklyn
spin.
and Heather time.
Yeah, you know what though? Some people they're like, you've probably already done this, or I know this is annoying. You know what, guys? It's not annoying. It's not annoying when you tell us stories. It's actually
Yeah.
easier. We actually like it.
Yeah.
I do. Because then I'm like, oh, I can totally dig into
So
that.
much easier.
Because or just
Toss
say
them
hi.
at me.
Say hi.
You have to remember 160 episodes when we were both doing stories for a large portion of that
Right.
means that we have really I have really saturated my soul with death and despair.
Right.
So give me some more so I don't have to keep digging that far into the death and despair. I'd rather it just fall on me.
Oh my God. Someone please make that a GIF. Jess, make that a GIF.
Anyway,
Just her going,
we love you guys so much, okay?
Yes,
so
we
don't
do.
forget, don't get mad.
get sassy.
We love you.
We love you. Bye.
This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, a couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I pet that dog?